Welcome everybody. Women lie, men lie, but numbers don't lie. That's what this show is based off on. You listening to the CV Sports Talk Show. We got a lot to get in today. We're going to talk about the Cleveland Indians and why Andrew Miller is the LeBron James of the bullpen. I know why Andrew Miller is the LeBron James of the bullpen. We're also going to get into some Browns training camp, the quarterback battle. As you know, Brock Osweiler is the starting quarterback of the first preseason game this Thursday against the New Orleans Saints. So let's go and get into it. Now, the reason why I say why Andrew Miller is the LeBron of baseball of the Indians bullpen is, listen to this. And this is what I want to get into. Now, the reason why I say he's the LeBron James of the Cleveland Indians bullpen is because when he's not there, or when he's not playing, like he's on the DL today, not only today, but for the next 4 to 5 days, you really expose the players of your bullpen because they have to really show what they can do. So just like the Cavs, when LeBron James is out, other players have to step up and show what they can do, and they get exposed. And it proves that they need LeBron James to win an NBA championship. So this proves that the Cleveland Indians need Andrew Miller to win the World Series. Because you look back at this Yankees series, when they split a 4-game series here this weekend, by the way, they drew 130,000. That is great. Shout out to the Cleveland Indians fans. I respect that, and I hope it continues because this is a good baseball team. But like I was saying, they're not going to win a World Series without Andrew Miller. Because if you look at this 4-game series against the Yankees, the first 2 games the Indians won offensively. They pitched and did a great job. Kluber did a great job. And Bauer pitched a hell of a game. Both of them pitched hell of a games Thursday and Friday. Saturday, Salazar pitched a great game. It was just Zach McAllister gave up he gave up a home run to Chase Hudley, who is not a home run hitter, but it's a placement. The ball was middle of the plate. He took advantage of it. And Sunday's game was not close because the Yankees took it over in the 6th inning. And Carrasco didn't pitch bad last night. But what I want to go into is because if you look into the games where the Indians lost, Game 3, that night game, Saturday, 8th inning, you really see what this bullpen is made of. McAllister comes in, he gives up a home run. But let's rewind before that. As you can see, without Andrew Miller, the bullpen, McAllister, Shaw, Olsen, Otero, Logan, all of them have to really show what they made of. And when I'm not saying Cody Allen, because Cody Allen improved, but without Andrew Miller, you have to really show your skills and really show what you can do. And as you can see, when the game was tight in a 1-1 ball game, whose bullpen was better? It was the Yankees by far, because of the Indians were missing their workhorse, Andrew Miller. And as you can see, when the pressure comes and you don't have an Andrew Miller to go to that can stop the damage, because in that situation, we know Andrew Miller would have been in that ball game. Tied up 1-1, top of the 8th, you know Terry Francona would have had Andrew Miller in there. So there's no question. So that's why I say it actually exposes this bullpen, because it shows how good Andrew Miller is to this bullpen and how good of a pitcher he is in the major leagues. And how good of a pitcher he is to the Cleveland Indians. Zach McAllister gives up a home run. middle of the plate. They lose 2-1. By the way, that was a great ending. Carlos Santana and Chapman was a great battle for the last out. Chapman got the best of him because he fooled him. He threw a breaking pitch when Santana was looking for the fastball. That was great strategy from him and the catcher. But if you look into Game 4, the Indians up. The game was tied up 1-1. No, the Indians was up 1-0 going into the top of the sixth. And when you have to depend on your bullpen and when your best player ain't there in your bullpen, it shows the flaws of the bullpen. You can see McAllister give up 4 runs. Shaw gives up 4 runs. And Brian Shaw scares me regardless of if Andrew Miller is playing or not. I cannot trust him. I don't see why. He got a great arm, but he's too inconsistent. But as you can see, without Andrew Miller in Sunday's game, the Tribe go to the bullpen. Carrasco gives up a couple runs. But once the bullpen's supposed to stop the bleeding, right, they never stopped it. And I apologize for that. Cookie Carrasco gave up 2 runs. Brian Shaw gave up 3. And McAllister gave up 3 runs to Aaron Judge off a pitch that was really a great pitch, but it was a better hit. A better offense beat, better defense any day. But as you can see, when you need to keep it close and they need to keep you into the game, that bullpen didn't have their best player to stop the bleeding, and they gave up 8 runs over a 2-inning span. So that's telling me that Andrew Miller is very, very vital to this bullpen. He is the piece that keeps this bullpen moving because he hid all of the Cleveland Indians' flaws in the bullpen, because you cannot depend on this bullpen without Andrew Miller because it scares you. And I'm sorry to say this, and I might be the only person that says this, but I realized that while I was watching the game, that Andrew Miller is the LeBron James of this bullpen. As you can see, when LeBron don't play, the Cavs don't win. When the Indians, Andrew Miller doesn't play, this bullpen doesn't live up to his potential. So he's a very vital piece to this bullpen. And let's look at his numbers. Numbers don't lie. Andrew Miller, he's played in 46 games. His ERA is 1.67. You cannot get no better than that in the major leagues. 1.67. Only gave up 3 home runs. In his career, his average is 4.02. Played in 435 games. Only gave up 11 home runs. And all the time he been in the bullpen. Andrew Miller is a phenom. Andrew Miller is the bullpen. The Indians' bullpen. He got a nasty, wicked slider that you can't hit. And when he come in the game, he's going to get the job done. And he cover up the flaws for his teammates. And I'm going to say it how it is. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Now let's look at the Indians' bullpen this year. The bullpen. What the Indians' bullpen, without Andrew Miller, the Indians' bullpen come from number 1 all the way to number 15 without Andrew Miller in the bullpen. So what I'm saying is, people, you got to realize greatness when you see it. It's just like we don't appreciate LeBron sometimes because we so used to it. It should never get old. Andrew Miller pitching should never get old. Yeah, he makes some mistakes every now and then, but you can put him on the mound 9 times out of 10, he's going to get the job for you. You put the ball in LeBron James' hand, 9 times out of 10, he's going to get the job done for you. So let's appreciate Andrew Miller's greatness and what he brings to this team. And he was one of the main reasons why they went to the World Series last year. So don't forget that. So we're gonna wrap that up with this segment. Hope everybody understood that Andrew Miller is the Indians bullpen. Now we're gonna get into some quarterback competition with the Cleveland Browns. As you heard, Brock Osweiler is the starter for the Cleveland Browns this Thursday against the Saints. When I went to the scrimmage this Friday, I said Brock Osweiler was the better quarterback. The number 2 offense looked better than the number 1 offense. Brock Osweiler was moving the ball. He made great reads, but he could have took some back. But he played better. Cody Kessler couldn't throw the ball down the field against his own team. Cody Kessler struggled with pocket poise. Brock Osweiler was better. He just overall better. He threw the ball better. And actually, Deshaun Kaiser threw the ball better threw the ball better than Cody Kessler. I'm not saying Cody Kessler is behind in this competition, but Kessler has got to learn how to throw the ball downfield and get this offense moving when they need to. Brock Osweiler, I don't say he's a great upgrade from Cody Kessler, but he's a little bit better, he's a little bit mature, and he's a little bit experienced. You can see the experience from Kessler to Osweiler. Osweiler, he's been in the league longer. He's played in more meaningful games, even though he didn't succeed last year. But you can see that experience matter. And if you went to the scrimmage Friday, you would have seen it. Now let's hope Kessler can get this right and get back into this competition and hopefully win this competition because he knows this offense better. So what I want to do is give you some career stats of the 3 quarterbacks. Last season, Brock Osweiler he threw for 15 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, 2,957 yards, had a 72.2 quarterback rating. That's not good. We know Brock got some learning to do, but Brock got better experience than these quarterbacks. He didn't have a good year in Houston, but let's hope a change of scenery can help him. I really agree with the decision. He's better. He shows better leadership. Got better veterans. He more of a veteran than Cody Kessler, and I think he's looking better than Kessler in camp. Honestly. Now let's go to Cody Kessler's season. His season was shortened by injury. As you know, he had a couple concussions last season. He had 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1,980 yards, a 92.3 quarterback rating. He had a better quarterback rating than Brock. But his thing was last year was injuries and learning how to throw the ball downfield. You can't dink and dump in the NFL. The defenses is too good. They just gonna give you that and force you to throw the ball downfield, and you're gonna throw interceptions. Now Kaiser, I want to get into his numbers before I end the show. Kaiser had a okay college career. Last season in college, he started 12 games. He had 2,925 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, had a quarterback rating of 145.6. His sophomore year, he started 13 games. He started 13 games at 2,880 yards, 21 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, had a quarterback rating of 150.1. Kaiser is a learning experience, so I think he just got to ride the bench more and let him start next year. I hope everybody enjoyed the CV Sports Talk Show. I'm your host, Carlos. Let's just hope everybody enjoyed the show. God bless everybody. And hope everybody have a safe and happy day. Remember, Jesus Christ loves you. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie.